We're with Phil, the host of The Amazing Race. Once again, nomination every single year. I feel like it's just always about The Amazing Race in reality. How are you feeling about today's carpet?
Well, this is a special occasion for me to have my daughter with me, who's 16 years old. I've been lucky enough to come here 10 years, and it's the first time I've brought my daughter. And I promised her, if I'm lucky enough to be nominated, when you're 16 years old, you can walk the carpet with me. And so it's kind of cool because it just feels like yesterday she was a little baby, and time goes fast.
What a moment. What are your thoughts so far on this carpet?
I think it's awesome. I think the gathering of these type of people is just so inspiring, especially if you want to be in this industry when you grow up.
You do? You want to be in this industry?
I mean, I think it's definitely a possibility.
Well, it's the best of the best that are here.
Future actress, host, maybe?
Yeah. We'll see. Who knows?
Also a wildlife vet, professional photographer, and a professional volleyball player. Right now, the world is your oyster, darling, right? Anything is possible, right? Anything is possible, yeah.
Seriously, though, how does it feel to be nominated once again and being back at the Emmys?
Well, the nomination is to me, it's a real badge of honor for any show because it's an acknowledgement of a lot of hard work, and we have been so lucky to be nominated so many times that we really fight and work really, really hard to try to keep it going, you know, and if anything, we're working harder now than we did when we first started. Yeah, we work so hard, and there's so many talented people, and like any project, any project is only as good as the weakest link, and we are so blessed to have incredibly strong people in the art department, the guys who run around with the cameras, who literally carry the shows on their shoulders, and the teams that get selected, and the casting, and where we go, and what we do. Yeah.
And you have so many incredible fans. You know, reality is kind of taking over, and I feel like, American Idol, The Voice, all these singing competitions are also at the forefront as well. Do you watch any of them? Are you a fan of singing competition shows, either of you?
Well, we've been, Elle actually is good because she will sort of, clue me in on what I should be watching. We definitely checked out The Voice. The Voice is a great show. Earlier on, Elle got me onto watching Idol. To be honest with you, I don't watch that much TV, so I kind of rely on Elle to say, hey, what is everybody watching, and, what do you like? It's kind of a good, I've got like a Nielsen rating person right here. Not so much ratings, but in terms of what she keeps me up to date.
So with that said, Idol, this is the first time they're actually snubbed, and The Voice actually took their position for the nomination, and that's a show that's been on for so many years. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think it's a new generation of singing competition shows now?
I just don't know how, how it happens sometimes. I respect the choices. That it's obviously the numbers are added up, and I guess they felt that The Voice was a fresh approach. It was a singing show, but it is a fresh take on a singing show, and the chair thing really works. I mean, you're watching at home and you see the chair and you're waiting and like somebody push the button, so it gets you. So they came up with a new way of. Of doing the show. I guess what's interesting to me is that there's a lot more talk right now about who's judging. There seems to be a lot more talk about the judges than they did way back in the old days with Idol. It was about who was singing. So now it's like a competition about who's got what judge.
Well, Idol has, Mariah Carey now, and then there's Britney Spears on the X Factor, so it's really just a big battle. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I mean...
Big names. I mean, who would have thought that 10 years ago? It was,